Left
Ouch.
off, you guys had crossed paths in the city of Oxen. You had both, well, one of you, Zahn, had wound up at Azrael's circus, the one he worked for. After some interesting displays by the circus performers, they wheeled out a large pot claiming that it would do magic. They got a volunteer who happened to be a minotaur, and he climbed inside. After he started screaming bloody murder, they panicked and tried to get him out, to which the pot fell over and he crawled out as now undead. Azrael and John, you both jumped into action and, through great use of the paladin's ability, Control Undead, you defeated the creature that was once alive and
Totally
Fine.
wiped the floor with
totally
their
wiped the
monster.
floor of them. Didn't even get a chance to do anything. I'm fine.
He rolled an acid.
He rolled an
That's
acid
great.
and hit himself with his own axe. But you guys, hell bent on figuring out where this pot came from, you tracked down where the circus had bought it from. You interrogated the owner, who claimed ignorance, and then fled out the back door while you guys were waiting for her. You rummaged through your sack, produced a couple of coin. Then you headed to the nearby tavern of the Lonely Lion Inn, and that is where we left off.
Um, are we like heading to sleep after this or something like that?
Yeah, you guys are free to do whatever you like.
Oh yeah, we went to an
Um,
inn, right? I
yeah.
forgot what
We
I was
went to
doing at the inn.
we were drinking and then I started to try to play my lyre and then you decided to back away because you didn't want to be recognized that much.
Yeah. We
Um,
paid for a room, right?
Yes, you already
yeah,
paid for a room.
Alright,
for a
well
week.
I'm gonna go to that room and take a long rest.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in that room too. My room, I mean.
Yeah,
Take
that's
a
right,
long
bitch.
rest. God damn it. Take a long rest, but before I do that, I'd like to finger through the ledger and see if I can find anything of interest that I didn't see inside the antique shop that possibly possibly was like that was still there, but it was not there. Like she took it with her and kind of thing.
Okay. Make an investigation check on the book.
Okay. Natural one.
Natural
I
one.
can't read. It's too busy today. I'm tired.
You've had a busy and exciting day. As you begin
I,
to leaf through the book, your eyes get heavy, and before
am
long,
like,
you're leaned back asleep with the book falling into your lap.
God damn it! I
If I
actually used these dice that I bought, and I was like, I think these dice are cursed, and I just used it and got a natural one for the first
yeah,
time.
if I
All right,
recall, you did,
not
however,
touching it.
if I recall, you did, however, get a name of where she bought the pot from. She had bought it from a
Yeah.
man named Arthur. That's all that she put Arthur. So
All right. I guess I'll go look through it when I wake up. But other than that, I'm asleep. Oh, my door's locked too.
okay. So you both get a long rest. So go ahead and hit that long rest button. It'll do it all for you.
Where's the long rest button? Hey,
Not. It should be. Are you on PC or mobile?
I'm on my phone.
Yeah, I don't know where it is on mobile.
I'll figure it
Um,
out. The extras. Nope, not extras.
Oh, it's the little campfire symbol next to your health points.
Oh wait, by my health points.
Yeah, at the very top to the left of the blue box with your health points.
I gotta go to fuck. Is it under this? I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
alright, how the fuck did I get back to my character sheet? What did I do? God damn it.
You're fine. So,
Ah!
so you both rouse from a long rest. It was an uneventful night. Once again, you look out and it's still dark since you are underground. And you both have been underground for either your whole life or for long enough that you become naturally inclined to it. So it's not a big surprise. So you don't know what time it is exactly because you went to bed. I'd say you went to bed like around maybe.
Okay, Manny.
Yes.
Click next to your name, manage, where your character's name's at, and then long rest is in there.
Oh, shit. You're right.
I don't know if there's another way to do it, but that's the only way I
Yeah.
could
If you have
find.
the app, it's different. I was using the app. You guys are you guys just using web browser?
Yeah, I'm on the web browser.
Yeah.
On my phone, but oh my god.
I could download the app if it's better.
It's a lot.
I have the app.
It's good.
I have the app too. I just keep on forgetting I can use it.
It's good. It's good for character management. Not. It's not great for being a dungeon master because you can't really do anything. But it's great to have to like look at the books if you're on the road or whatever. So and since I'm sharing all my content, you have everything you need to make characters or whatever you want to do.
Oh yeah.
But like I said, you guys wake up. So it's about you guys went to bed a little early, like 5 or 6 in the afternoon. Well, no, you guys probably hung out in the tavern for a couple hours. So you guys went to bed at a reasonable time, like 11 o'clock. So you guys wake up. It's like 7 or 8 in the morning. Unless you'd like to sleep in, then it's a little later.
I wake up and I start fingering through the ledger again, and I try to look up where the guy possibly might be, like his housing and such not, or she possibly bought it from, address or whatnot.
Okay.
Investigation.
Yeah. Investigation.
Oh, that was not worse. That is that's 8.
8. All right. So I'll say it's where his name was in the book. So
Nice shield.
you comb through it and you find the page with his name on it where it says purchase the pot, how much they paid, and it doesn't have an address. It just has the name Arthur.
I'll figure it out eventually.
You get the,
Pretty sure he has a lot of money too. All right. All right. Where's Zon?
Zahn, what would you like to do? You're in your room.
Is it morning?
Yeah, it's morning.
Go down to the bar, start the day with a beer.
Okay, that'll be 2 copper.
I pay it. Um, what's a good way to find us things to do? Do we want to keep pursuing this? What's your character
We,
name again, Manny?
Asriel.
Azrael. Do we want to keep
But
pursuing this Arthur thing?
um, I'd say we do this as a side activity. We would like run into the guy somehow by a lucky chance, then we pursue him. But you know what? Since I'm on an adventure with you, would you like to go look for bounties where we can go ahead and do some crazy shit? Because
Sure.
I've been living my days in the circus for too long, and I want to see the world.
Well,
The underworld. My bad.
if you guys want, there is a bounty board in the tavern.
I look at the bounty board.
All
I
right.
help him.
So you see a couple. You see one for a missing child. It's from a mother named Maggie. And she says her son Isaac went missing a few days ago in their basement, and she has no idea where the hell he went. You see one for a suspected kidnapping, where the father, Peter, has scratched up a little bit of coin and is looking to see if he can hire someone to track down his missing son, who was presumably kidnapped off the farm a few nights ago. The bounty is 20 silver. The one before that was about 10 silver. And then finally you see one, it's not really like a bounty board posting, it's more of a poster that says, join the Reclaimers, find the surface. And that's about it.
All right. Can I make a history check on missing children? If this is like not just happening here, but in other places too.
Make a history check.
Let's see. Where's H? 13.
13. So, children go missing. It happens. You haven't really heard like any. There's no overarching like lots of children are going missing. You get the feeling that you are in the Underdark, and as safe as they've made things, people still are in danger from the original denizens of the Underdark. So it's not uncommon for people to go missing, but it's not normal either. It's more like it happens. We try to move on. We try to make the place
How,
safer.
how do they keep light down here? Is it just like a bunch of like lanterns and shit, or
Yeah, it's mostly just lanterns, artificial magic light.
okay?
You do know, since you're foreign to Oxen, you know that there are you both would know this. There are certain cities, big cities, that have like artificial suns, where they basically give the illusion. It's a giant sun
It's like
hovering above.
magic or some
Yeah,
shit.
it's magic.
Zon, you
Okay.
know what I think? I think I might know what the killer is. It might be Winnie Pies, the mime. Mimes are dangerous down here.
So,
They look
uh, those are the
they
three
look like
bounties.
clowns, and they eat children.
I'm gonna go ahead and ask the barkeep. What do you know about this reclaimers thing?
The lion and barkeep kind of like shrugs and says, "They're kind of new. They're a guild that formed a couple months back, with a direct connection to the city. They send people looking for the surface, hoping to, just trying to see if maybe it's viable again. Because it's been, from what I know, it's been thousands of years since the war happened. So there's a lot of people who speculate, maybe the surface isn't so bad. So they've been trying, they've been going, they've been making excursions to the surface. But from what I can tell,
Hmm.
either they haven't found anything or they just don't come back.
What's the pay?
From what I understand, they pay pretty well. There's a 10,000 bounty. If you find the surface and report back, they'll pay you 10,000 gold.
10,000 gold? Oh man.
Platinum, gold,
10,000 gold.
electrum. Oh, gold
That sounds a lot more than 20 and
per
10
person.
silver.
He goes, I don't know
No, I
about
think
per
it's
person. It's whatever. Whoever finds the surface, you
it'd be
can
a split probably.
you can hash
So
it
you
out with them.
so what you're telling me is, if we find the surface with a group of people, we have to kill everybody else.
He kind of laughs and says, "All I know is they're hiring constantly. It's not too tough to get in. They'll take anybody with some experience, but it does pay pretty well. They have like even if you don't find the surface, they have like monthly stipends to keep you, gathering supplies, going out, gathering supplies, going out. They keep you well fed."
Sounds interesting to me. What about you? Um,
I like the idea. I like
what's
the
the
idea.
name?
Just call me
It's
Joker. Just
no.
call me
Give
Joker.
me your fucking name.
Asriel Jokeman.
Azrael. Okay, I'm gonna fucking remember that. Here, let me write it down actually.
But my stage name is the Wondrous Joker. But I'm not that well known yet. One day I will be.
All right. Do you know where we can go and find these groups of people? Did it say on the poster?
Uh,
Ah,
was, if I recall, they're in the Iron Core district. They have a base there near the castle.
All right. Quickly look again, Logan. What was that guy's name
Which
from
guy?
the ledger?
From the ledger, Arthur.
Arthur. Okay. We'll go. I'll go with you over to the reclaimers. But first thing is, do you know of a guy named Arthur? Is he wealthy? Do you know any Arthurs?
Let's see if he can
Better way to
rolls.
put it.
I'll roll for him. He kind of like scratches his beard, and he says, "There are lots of Arthurs. It's a common name. If you look,
How many live in the city?
ooh, I couldn't tell you. I've never, I've known a few Arthurs here and there. There are some more affluent members of society named Arthur, but without a last name, I can't really give you much.
Okay, I'll keep that
there
in
was
mind.
no last name on the ledger.
No, just Arthur.
Yeah. Not even like a Arthur B or Arthur W.
Nope, just Arthur. You mean if you find her again, you could question her, but as far as you know, the ledger is just the name Arthur.
Do we know what
Okay.
her name was?
You never asked,
Damn it.
and
We know where she works.
you
We know what she looks
works.
like.
You know what she looks like. You know where she works. You also you get the idea that If you really wanted to track her down, she'd probably show back up at her shop because that's her source of income, regardless
Yeah.
of how much money she made from the initial sale. So you get the feeling that if you really wanted to, you could probably wait and stake out her business.
Do you want to
Mm,
pursue that more, Azriel?
you know what? We can just go and do the reclaimer stuff. If it like comes up, we'll just go and pursue. But honestly,
Was the
if you want to
Minotaur
go,
your friend?
no, no, no,
The Minotaur
just
was
a
No.
literally
patron,
just a guy. He was in the crowd.
just a,
Okay.
just a
Oh,
patron.
he was in the crowd? Okay, I thought
Yeah.
he was part of
Yeah,
this
No,
circus thing
they
or
literally
whatever.
said, we bring volunteers down and you'll.
Damn.
I just want to get this bitch to turn herself in, tell the truth, and that's not, clear my good pal's name. But if it doesn't come up, it doesn't come up, and that's not a problem. Because I will find them and I will destroy them. Let's go.
You're in the
All right.
reclaimers.
Yeah.
All right. So it's not hard to find the district they're in. The Iron Core. It's basically the center of the city, where the castle is, where the army is, where the where they keep most of the infrastructure. And as you're traveling through it, you do eventually find this large two-story stone building with a banner across it that simply says the Reclaimers, and there are two guards standing at the entrance.
I walk up to the guards and I go, "Hello, we're looking to join the Reclaimers."
They kind of look at
I
each other.
start to stand on my hands.
They look to each other and say, "All right," and they open the door and let you in.
I start walking in my hands, following.
Okay. Once you enter, you see a lobby that's full of maybe 50 or 60 hardened adventurers just kind of standing around waiting as you see a line, a queue formed from the front desk that just stretches and curves through the whole room, and there's just people waiting in the line.
How long's the line?
There's about 50 or 60 people in the room, and the line is about 20 people long. It looks like maybe there's 20 people, the heads of their group are actually in line while the rest of them are just waiting.
Oh,
All
okay.
right, all right. I launch myself in the air and I do a backflip.
Give me a performance check.
Okay. Oh, 14.
14. You do a pretty good backflip or somersault, whatever.
Dice jail.
And you land at elegantly, and the people in the group, the group of people kind of look at you, shrug, and go back to talking amongst themselves or waiting in line.
All right, so that seemed like it kind of distracted him. Do you think we can distract him in a way to get in the front of the line? Or are we gonna be here all day, just like standing in line, waiting for all these people to get out of the
Um,
way?
I could sneak to the front of the line.
All right. You know what I could do? I could do a diversion while you're doing that.
You could.
All right.
All right.
That's what you'd like to do.
All right.
Um,
This is a good time to get my name out there. All right. I start to psych myself up, hyping myself up. And let's see. For my first thing, I go ahead, wherever the center is, I get somewhere high where everybody can see me, and I start to use lightning lure and just twirling it around me and everything. Do a jump forward, backflip into a slide on my knees, and then I start playing my lyre afterwards.
All right. Give me a performance check, and depending on how well you do, will depending on if Mikey gets advantage or just a regular roll for his stealth.
18.
18. So, easily enough, the people in the room seem to have been bored waiting. So, seeing this sudden emergence of entertainment is more of like, hey, this is pretty cool. And they all kind of like turn their attention, even the people in line. Zahn, give me a stealth check with advantage. But I believe. Yes.
I'm wearing chainmail, I
So
think,
so
right?
you'd have
So,
disadvantage, so it would be a regular roll.
It'd be just a regular roll. All right.
I go, ladies and gentlemen, the wondrous Joker has arrived to go ahead and appease the masses and let the fun shine.
Natural one plus 5, so 6.
For 6. Okay. So,
Actually, I have proficiency, I think. Hold on. Let me check. How do I look? Fucking okay.
Oh, you mean like
Yeah, I have a proficiency, so it's an
13?
8.
an 8.
Oh wait,
So,
9. Oh wait. Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about.
you quietly skirt around, you're weaving in and out of the line until you
I'm short.
you're short. You get just to the front, and right as you're about to get into the second or third position, you feel a hand clasp on your shoulder. And you turn around and you see this large Goliath gentleman who is now not on his knees, but he's leaned down to your level, and he kind of just looks at you, and he says, "I don't think cutting in line is such a good idea." And he kind of gestures. He says, "A lot of these men would kill their family for coin."
Sorry, I got distracted and I moved back to the end of the line.
All right. Well, I'll say
oh, yeah.
with an 8, you said you had a total of 8.
Yeah.
You move maybe you're not last in line. You're maybe like 14th out of 20.
Okay.
So it was with you. You were good enough to
Slightly
fool.
successful.
Yeah, you fooled some people, but other people, they were paying attention.
Like the big Goliath.
Yeah.
Let me look inventory. That's okay. And then I go ahead and start to go ahead and do another. I start doing other stunts too, where I take like a total of 4 copper.
I'm not chancing it again. I'm going in just the line.
I'm still gonna do this, but I take 8 copper. I put it between my fingers and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I fling it up in the air, and then I start to strike them all. Going for a strike on all of them with the lure again.
Trying to distract him again.
Well, if anything, but I'm mostly just performing, just get his name out there.
Okay. Give me another performance check.
Now, if Mighty wants to go for it, he can go for it.
Go for
16.
16.
What am I going for?
If you want to try again, but
No, I'm not. I already. If I do it again, I'm going to make some people upset.
Okay. Well, they give you a round of applause. You do feel like a couple copper pelt your hide as they like flick it towards you, and then they go back to mulling around the room and waiting in line.
Okay, thank you all.
So it takes.
I'll be here for a while.
So it takes
Okay, so how many copper?
like 5 copper, not much. It looks
Sweet.
like they're kind of stingy in their coin.
That's not a problem.
So
5 copper is enough.
about 30 minutes of waiting in line. Eventually, Zahn, you're at the front, and the counter is like maybe 2 feet above your head.
I cut in line right where he is, and I say, "Hey, this is my buddy. We're grouped up together."
The guy behind you is like, oh, whatever. He's like, it's almost my turn. So you both are standing there at the counter. Zahn, you're about 2 feet below it, and you see this elven woman kind of peek her head out over the edge, and she's got spectacles resting on her nose. She's dressed in a finer clothes with a nice ruby necklace. Her hair's tied into a bun, and she's very pale. And she kind of looks and says, "Are you two interested in joining?"
Yes, we are.
She goes,
Most definitely.
very well. And she pulls out 2 clipboards and she hands them. And she says, fill these out. And then she points and then says, and then go into the requirement room.
Okay.
All right.
The requirement room.
The requirement room. And she gestures, and there's a set of double doors with 2, capable-looking guards standing there. No weapons brandished, but they are clearly armed.
So, as we walk that way, I'm just filling out this form.
Same.
All right.
But yeah, where I go ahead and put my name, I put Azrael Jokeman, but then I put in big emphasize like letters and all that such nut, and put in like the quotations, the wondrous choker, and underlined it.
All right. Okay. So the forms are pretty simple. It's like your name, your age, what benefits would you bring to the reclaimers? Have you ever, explored the tunnels, the Underdark, or have you stayed in the city? It's simple, like simple job applications for an adventuring guild. You two fill it out however you'd like. You can lie, you can tell the truth, whatever behooves you.
I am gonna tell the truth, but I'm also putting just straight up laughter, joy, and the magics of the world.
I think the only thing I lie about is my age.
All right. So eventually you fill it out and you head over to the room. The two guards kind of look, they see the clipboards, they nod, open the door, and let you in.
Alright.
As you enter, you see that the room is a lot larger than the last one. This one's maybe, the last room you were in was maybe 50 feet across by both ways. So it was a little compact with all the people. This next room, which you did have to take a small staircase to get down into, so you assume it's built into the the underground as not as more under the ground as you can get as the Underdark, into a basement like room, and it stretches for maybe hundreds of feet in one direction, hundreds of feet in the other, and you just see these large pits dug into the ground, and you see people crowded around them. You hear cheering and hollering, and you hear the sounds of battle.
Yep. It's Fight Club.
I like this. I think I like this.
Eventually, you're approached by an elven gentleman dressed in fine robes, and he goes, "Are you two prospective candidates?"
Yes, sir.
He goes, "What are your
Definitely
names?"
so.
He goes, sorry,
Asriel.
you wrote it down. Just hand me your clipboards."
I had him
Oh,
clipboard.
He takes them. He scans through them real quick, and he says,
me
"Just the two of
too.
you?"
Yes, for
Yep.
now.
Very well. And he kind of says, "Follow me." And he begins walking very elegantly. He looks almost like he's floating off to one of the pits. Eventually, you get to the pit, and it's not as crowded as there's there's dozens of pits. They're not all crowded though. Like the ones in the front had more people, but as you continue back into the room, they get sparser and sparser. There's maybe like 2 people, 3 people. Just you eventually he leads you to one with maybe 5 people around it. There's no one in the pit itself. And as he approaches, he says, "Who shall I?" And he points to 2 of them, and he says, "You two are to face these 2. Winner joins the guild."
All right, so is this like an arena with a pit and everything?
It's just an arena.
Does it have a pit like around the sides?
It's just a hole. It's like 15 feet
Aw.
down. There's a ladder leading into it, and it's just this big circular hole cut in the ground. It's maybe 10 feet by 10 feet, so not too big. Just big enough to get you in there and some room to fight.
Okay. All right, so we can do it. We can start now,
Because,
or
of
what?
course, hop on in. And he like gestures to the ladder,
Wait.
and
Wait, is there any rules before I do anything?
he goes, "The only rule, you can't kill each other. If someone goes down, that's it. They're out. No finishing blows, no looting corpses. You hit them. Once they're done, they're done."
Got it. I will definitely not try.
How deep is the pit?
It's only 10. It's like 15 feet deep, 10 feet wide, 10 feet across.
Okay. I'll go ahead and climb down in.
I go into.
You both jump in. So
E-
you see the people who are jumping in. One of them. What the hell? Sorry, my internet's not working. Or my D&D Beyond has stopped working.
That's wild.
There we go. One of them is wearing thick leather armor and has what looks like a mace and a crossbow on their back. And the other guy is wearing leather armor as well, but he only has a scimitar and a crossbow at his side. And they both they jump in and they look at you and they kind of like look to each other and laugh. They're like, "This will be easy. We'll get in no problem." And I'd like for you to roll initiative.
All
All
right,
right.
gold. Here we go. And that's my dexterity, so I know the total. Okay, that's a 13 for me.
And for Jean,
19.
ooh.
Yo.
All right. So first up is Jean. So you leap down, they leap down. You're you're at opposite ends of the pits, only 10-foot distance. What would you like to do first?
Um, hold on. Does it take an action like so? Okay, if I have a so say I have a longbow and I have a rapier. Does it take an action to switch between weapons or?
Uh, I
Oh,
don't.
the donning and doffing.
Well, no, because he's not.
Oh, that's donning armor and doffing armor.
Yeah.
I need to get some daggers is what I need to get, but
I think that's DM's preference. Like, if you want to choose whether they take an action or not, to do that.
It's a free action, so you can do it at
okay,
will.
cool. I need to buy some daggers though. um, does you don't have any daggers,
Yes, I do.
Zreal, do you?
I pass them to you.
Can
Two
I
of them.
can I take them?
Yeah.
I'll say
Yeah.
before the fight starts, you guys have a little prep round to make things
Okay.
fair.
How many did you give me?
Let me see how many I got actually in my inventory. I know I got 2, but I think I got more. Or is it? No, I got 2. You get 2.
Okay. All right. And I'll buy more and give you some back.
All right. So you're up first, John. You get
Okay,
two
so
heavily equipped men bearing down on you.
I'm going to start by. I don't think Manny's close enough for me to get my pack tactics advantage shit.
No. Well,
I think that's within 5 feet,
it's
right?
within 5 feet, but if you get, you'd have in order to get melee with them, he'd have to move first.
Who would? Manny?
Manny, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you're about 10 feet away, and pack tactics only works if they're engaged with you and another person.
I
Okay.
wish. I wish like I wish I got
I'm
the
trying to
initiative.
find it on my okay features and traits. Um,
I'll look at it too. I'm on your character sheet.
pack tactics. You have advantage on an attack. Roll against a creature if at least one of your allies is within 5 feet of the creature, and that ally is incapacitated. Incapacitated.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have it right now.
Yeah, he'd have to be closer. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and hmm, what happens if a creature's feared from me? They
Make
just
it.
try to run and flee, right?
Yeah, they try to get as far away from you as possible. If they make any attacks, they have disadvantage, I believe.
Okay.
So, like, they'll if they're like, for instance, they're 10 feet away right now. If you somehow feared them, they would try and get out of the pit. They wouldn't get anywhere near you. They'd go as far away from you as possible.
Are the ladders down where they can get out?
Yeah, the ladders are. They didn't remove the ladders.
Okay, damn it. Okay, that would be a good way to choose to fight. Um,
Go ahead, do it again.
no, I'm not. I'll do that in a couple turns. I'm gonna go ahead and sorry. This is my first time playing a paladin, so
You're fine.
trying to figure out how do I use my fucking. I'm looking for the, what the, alright, this is annoying trying to use D&D Beyond, it's just trying to learn it. Come on. I want to use what is it, Divine Smite or whatever?
Divine Smite. That basically, if I recall, that you can. I need to read it as well. Lay on
Actions.
hands, unarmed strike, bonus action. Divine Smite. When you hit with a melee attack, you can spend one spell slot to deal 2d8 extra radiant damage to the target, plus 1d8 for each spell level higher than first, max of 5d8, and plus 1d8 against undead or fiends.
Oh, so it has to be melee. I can't just throw a dagger and use it.
It says that's kind of like a contested thing where people, some DMs allow it, some don't. I don't
You
really
should
care.
allow it.
So yeah, I don't
Okay,
care. So
cool.
if you wanna use it as a thrown dagger, I mean, just an example. You used remember when you were fighting that Sphinx, and you threw a book with Divine Smite.
Yeah,
So
I remember now.
yeah, I allow it. It doesn't. It's not that.
Okay.
Makes the combat more interesting, especially if you're trying to play a ranged paladin. Otherwise,
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm gonna probably
yeah,
do because I'm a
exactly.
dex. So.
Otherwise, it'd be kind of you would never get to use Divine Smite, and if you did, it'd be unoptimal.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw the dagger at the fucking. Which one looks stronger?
The one with the
The
one with the
waggly
mace.
tail.
The
The one with
mace.
the mace,
Okay.
yeah.
I throw a dagger at him with divine smite.
Okay. So the way Divine Smite works is that only if you hit, you can
If
then
it
decide
hits,
to
it
use it.
activates it. Okay.
Yeah, you don't. It's not like I use it and if I miss, it's gone. It's more of I didn't hit, then it doesn't go off. I can save it. For the
Okay,
next
gotcha.
But it does cost a spell slot.
Okay, that's fine. I don't know how many spell slots I have, but that's fine.
I can keep track of that for you. I got your character sheet.
I just gotta find it. Alright, I'm throwing the dagger.
All right.
Do not get an advantage. Okay, ooh. 19 plus, oh, whatever. I don't know. 19 plus something.
That'll hit.
Hold on. Okay.
Yeah, that'll easily hit.
Daggers do like 4 damage, right?
Daggers? Oh, I think it's 1d4.
I think it's up to 4. Yeah, 1d4 is what
Yeah,
I
it's
think it
1d4.
is. It's been a while since I've
Yeah.
used a dagger.
So it'd be 1d4 plus 1d8.
Plus 1d8
Yeah.
for the divine
Divine
smite,
Smite,
or
yeah.
I thought it's 2d8.
I think it's. Let me check your character sheet again. I'll read it again.
Yeah, I think it's 2d8. It says.
Yeah, it's 2d8. You're right. It's 1d8 for every spell slot after that. So beginning it's
Okay.
2d8. If you do it at the next level, yeah.
I'm just gonna go at the 1 for now. 1 slot.
Yeah.
So 2d8. Okay.
Oh,
3
man, I
from
don't
the
know.
dagger.
I don't know what I'm doing.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna be able to cast Fireball at 2nd level.
Oh my god.
These guys. Hey, it's
Meta
fair.
magic.
2v2. They just didn't expect a paladin and a sorcerer.
Hey, they were laughing at us. They deserve it.
Meta Magic's so dumb because you can do stupid shit.
Oh my god,
with this.
double 7s. Okay.
So 14
So,
plus 3, so
yep.
17.
Do I get any plus for the damage for my dex?
Oh yeah, it's plus your proficiency. No, oh fuck. How
Is
does
it
that-
plus for proficiency or is it plus my dex rating?
I think it's. I don't.
I think it's no. I think the proficiency's for attack. It's just the plus 5 for the dex damage. I think.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so it's 8 and then plus 14.
Okay, so 8 plus 14, so 17. So it was 3 plus 14, 17. So you had a 5 plus to that?
Hold on. Yeah. So.
So
Yeah,
22.
so it's a. Yeah, that's right.
22. Okay. I'm a little rusty with melee attacks too.
It's
but-
good. We haven't played in like over a year,
Yeah, we
so.
haven't played in a while. But your dagger, you throw it and he's like laughing, like he's gonna. He like bares his chest and then the dagger ignites in holy flame and you see his eyes go wide as it slams into his chest and explodes out with his energy and he like stumbles back and he just stares at you with eyes wide like what the fuck just happened?
And I just wave.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Okay.
this. I can literally do it too. That's nuts.
So his eyes go wide and he's like, "What the fuck?" And then I'll be right back because I got to go let my parents into the front
Son
door.
of a bitch.
I'll be right back.
So yeah, my this spell is Snivell's Snowball Swarm. It's an ice attack, but if I use Meta Magic Transmute it, I can make it into Fireball.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Snivell's Snowball Swarm is basically Fireball, but that's an ice attack. But since I can use Meta Magic, I can GS, stop touching that stuff. I can transmute it into Fireball,
How?
basically, because it's a 3d6 of the element for Snylock's thing, which is ice. But since I'm a transmute, I can use transmutation for the meta magic. I can change it from ice to fire.
Well, it doesn't matter which
It's,
damage type it is, right?
yeah, it doesn't matter. I can make it fire, lightning, acid,
Okay,
cold, and thunder. It's pretty cool.
it's pretty cool.
So if I
That's a
actually do
meta
get,
magic feature, or
yeah, it's a meta magic. It's a feature you can get for meta magic. Known as transmute. So
yeah.
in other words, like if I got an actual fireball, I can change that element between those 5 elements too.
I have to say that stone sorcerer was fun. It would have been a lot more fun once I got it to a higher level. But
Oh yeah, definitely.
which kind of sorcerer are you?
I'm a time sorcerer.
Oh, okay. Is that in one of the new books?
Yep, it's in Natasha's one.
Nice.
Um, I forgot I had a reaction I could use. I could have actually canceled out your disadvantage from stealth, and then you would just automatically got an advantage from that.
Nice.
Yeah, I forgot I had the ability.
It's all good. Just unlucky I rolled a 1. If I rolled like a 10 or anything like that, it would have been good, but I rolled a 1, so
I'm back.
Yeah,
Hello.
that's wild.
so I got fucking 20 decks. Hello.
Hello.
Damn, I wish I had 20 decks.
Okay.
After my dagger hit him and it ignited, I just wave at him as he looks at me.
I know. You just wave at him and he's like, "What the fuck?" And the guy next to him like is shaking now. He's like, "Oh no, I may have made a mistake." So up next is Asriel. Let me hit the next
All
button.
right, I go ahead and take out a little white stone, spit in my hands, rub them together, and I raise up my hands in the air, and you see ice start to like form above me. But then all of a sudden, I spend a sorcery point, and it changes to fire. I use Snylock's Fiery Flurry
All right.
to hit them both. They're within 5 feet of each other, right?
Yes.
They have to make a dexterity save. They have to make a 14.
Okay. The first one is a natural 20, so 21 total.
All right, he'll take half from that.
And the second one is a 6 total.
6 total. Okay, so I gotta roll 3d6s. All right, so that plus much like 2. Okay, 12. 12 to whoever failed and 6 to whoever succeeded.
All right. Well, the one that Miney hit, and then you hit. He like bears like, "I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna fuck," and then he gets hit by the spell and just falls backwards unconscious.
All right, I use quickening.
Wait, he's already unconscious?
Uh huh.
That's amazing.
The one
use
that I
quick-
just hit, right?
Yes, yes. I
Alright.
use quickening, and then I look straight into the guy's soul, that one that's still up, and
Right,
I
he's
magic
like-
missile him.
He's charred and he's like, "Oh, what the?" Then he sees you and you see in his eyes the fear, like, "Please don't." And then you quicken magic missile.
Yep.
Tell me
So
the damage.
throw 3 glowing darts. So each dart is a d4, right?
Yep.
Four, 4, 3. So 4, 4, 3. That's 11 plus 3. That's 14 damage.
He only had 5 health left.
Oh, I overkilled. God damn it.
So He like takes out his scimitar and he's like brandishing it like I'm not going down with that, and then just peppered with these.
I you, you see the first magic missile hit him in the stomach, like uppercut him. The next one punches him in the face, and then the other one just goes straight for the groin for no reason.
As he's falling unconscious, the last shot hits him in the groin, and you see that wince of pain as he just collapses forward, holding himself.
Huh.
Is that both of them down?
Yep.
All right then.
Good game. All right.
I go over and retrieve my dagger.
Easily enough, you pluck it from his chest, and a little spurt of blood comes out. And you hear the proctor up top go, "That's enough." And he claps his hands, and you see two clerics come down, and they begin healing the two other guys.
I walk over and go, good fight, and I just give a chuckle and shake their hands.
I go ahead and shake their hand too, but I use shocking grasp, but not like in an aggressive way, but like as a joy buzzer matter.
All right. Okay. So you eventually, you climb back out of the pit. Hold on. Sorry, I had to burp. So he leads you out of the pit, and he says, "Very expert display. I think I may have made a poor decision in pitting you against those two fools."
Got anyone stronger?
If you're interested, there are others you could fight, but I'm more interested in getting you signed up. We could greatly use people of your talents.
Sounds good.
Hope you were entertained, as much as I was.
He goes, "Now, I've got your names, Azrael and Zahn." He goes, "Now, the only question I have is, what drew you to the guild?"
The 10,000 bounty.
He kind of laughs and says, "We've been, ever since the guildmaster put that bounty out, we've been getting many, many recruits. I can't say they're all top candidates like you two, but we've been getting a lot lately."
For me, it's to get my name out there. But mostly to see adventure.
That's very fair. There's a lot of glory in trying to reach the surface. Whoever discovered it would be touted through the history books as the one who discovered it.
Oh, that's what you think I meant, but it's okay. You'll find out eventually.
Kind of looks at you confused.
So is the biggest thing they don't know where the surface is, or like how to get to the surface?
Yeah.
Or...
So basically, it's been thousands of years. So the tunnels that they would have taken have collapsed, have been lost to record,
closed off, or okay, or collapsed. Okay.
It's more like they dug so deep that they can't figure out how to dig their way out.
Okay.
So they basically are like, well, if now they've been prospering underground, but a lot of people are kind of like, I wonder if there's people most people, maybe a couple elves, have been down here for multiple generations, and they've never experienced the surface. It's only through tall tales, history books. All they've ever known is the Underdark. So there's a lot of people who want to see the surface, and it's kind of like they want to explore. They want to go to the top.
Yeah.
Also, I meant to ask you guys, do you want to do milestone leveling for this campaign or XP leveling for this campaign?
I'm fine with whatever you want to do. I don't care.
I'm fine with both.
Either is cool for me, honestly.
We'll do milestone because XP takes forever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you don't always get in fights, so it
Milestone's easier to.
Yeah, that's just when I like, oh, you've reached this point in the story. Here's a level up. I prefer it anyway.
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I like XP leveling because it kind of makes makes the games more interesting. But then you're always trying to kill to get that XP. You're not.
Yeah, exactly.
So I
I
prefer.
go into
We'll go miles.
you go into a murder hobo campaign.
Exactly.
All right, all these NPCs here in the city, they are free XP for me.
All right. So he kind of says, "Well, follow me. I'll take you deeper into the guild, and we'll get you kitted out with some gear, some coins, so you can buy supplies, and then you're free to explore the tunnels."
Hell yeah.
Ah, coins.
I like
yeah,
free stuff.
I love coins too.
But I must warn you, along your journey, you will be not escorting, not guiding, but we have an envoy who is the one who will confirm if you've made it to the surface or not. And they have methods of contacting us should you need help, should you reach the surface. There are magical communication devices. You don't actually have to. It's easier if I show you. And he leads you deeper in through another set of double doors. And he takes you down this long tunnel. You see, doors labeled barracks, labeled head office, and eventually he leads you to a small door labeled envoys. And he goes in here, and he opens it and gestures you in. And inside there are just shelves upon shelves of these tiny little, almost what look like figurines. But as you enter, you all watch as their heads turn and face you.
Figurines?
Yeah, figurines.
Like little doll things?
Yeah, basically
I
like little stone dolls.
I look at the doll too. How close are the dolls?
It's basically this long room with shelves upon shelves of them. And the
I
first
touch one.
okay, you reach out and touch it, and it like looks at you, and then you hear in your head. It doesn't actually speak. It just in your head. You hear, "Don't touch me."
I don't like dolls.
I rub it decently and say you're pretty, and then walk away.
The elf with you goes, these are our envoys. You carry them with you. They report back to us. We have so many teams out in the Underdark looking for the surface that it's impossible to have one person in charge of monitoring them. So we came up with envoys. These little figures, they are partially sentient. They can communicate with you. They can carry a conversation, but they don't know much other than what they're taught. And yeah, well, they're mostly just used to keep us in contact.
Can you teach them?
Yes, you can teach them. They'll grow. They'll grow as you grow. You communicate with them. They'll communicate back. You talk to them. They'll talk back. You teach them things, and they'll learn.
All right. First thing in my mind is teach the doll fucking fireball when I can learn it.
So he grabs one and says, "It doesn't matter which one." And he tosses it to you, and he says, "Just keep them safe." They'll
Wait,
report.
you tossed it to who?
He just tosses it. Let me roll for it. Or you know what? I'll have each of you roll a d20. Whoever gets highest gets the envoy.
That's a 10.
Good, I got a 5.
What? Wait,
I don't
how'd you get
think
a
Mighty.
negative 5?
I don't think Mighty wants an envoy.
I don't like dolls.
So he tosses it to you, Azrael, and says, "They can be a bit of a nuisance if you don't talk to them for some time. They'll start, they're starved for attention, but mostly just keep them in your bag when you need if you need help, or if you think you found the path to the surface, or anything you'd like to report back. Just speak to them, and they'll speak to us."
You can keep be in charge of holding on to that thing. I don't like dolls.
I wonder if this is the one that I was petting.
It's a different one. He just grabbed one off the shelf. He
I
goes,
stare into it. I stare into its soul while they're talking.
Okay. He says, "Let me get it out with some gear." I mean, you're already fairly, kitted out, but allow me to give you something, a weapons, armor, whatever you would desire to aid you. And he takes you back out to another one of the rooms labeled a storeroom. And as he enters, you see a portly-looking halfling asleep behind a counter, just leaned back with his eyes shut, obviously asleep. And you hear the elf kind of clear his throat, and the halfling like leans forward, like looks around, wakes himself up, and he's like, "Oh, sorry about that. I dozed off." And the elf just kind of crosses his arms and stares at him. And he goes, "My name's Finley. Are these new recruits? They're getting kitted out."
Yes.
Maybe.
He goes, "Excellent." He kind of gestures. You see just shelves upon shelves of blades, armor, daggers, bows, arrows. He goes, "Take what you want. It's on the guild." So if there's anything you'd like for instance, I know you want daggers.
I want I want magical components, like a bunch of them.
He kind of like scratches his beard. He says, we don't have magical components. This is just your standard, swords and shields. Nothing. If you want magical components, I don't know. We don't carry those."
Okay. Do you at least have a fedora?
Guy says, "Well, I mean, I can check." And he disappears in the back room. You hear things crashing and cursing. He eventually comes back out with this nice little red fedora. And he goes, "I mean, will this work?"
Red. Yeah.
And he kind of like...
I'll take some daggers. What kind of bows do they have?
They have a couple long bows, a couple short bows.
I'll take a short bow and some daggers.
You see me
what
go
else
ahead.
they got?
So we twirl the hat around a little bit, and then
they've got like your basic stuff. They don't have plate armor, but they have like you're wearing what, chainmail?
Yeah.
They have chainmail. They have stuff like that. They don't have anything too serious. You get the idea that if they started giving stuff like that away, they'd go broke pretty quick. So this is just standard gear, because you get the feeling that people who are, since especially they're having so many recruits, they're getting a lot of people who don't have any gear. You guys, you guys were prepared.
Ooh.
You're adventurers already.
Good question. Do you have any gear that's just destroyed right now?
He goes, "Destroyed?" He goes, "I got a couple broken blades. Some of the other guys have brought in."
Let me see them.
Okay. And he disappears once again in the back, and he comes back out with his large box, and he slams it on the counter, hops back up on his stool, and you just see...
I mend them all.
Okay. You see blades with chips. Some of them are broken in half, and you begin mending. It takes you like 10, 20 minutes to get a couple done, and he's like, "No, please, we have people who do that for us. No, don't waste your time. You should be out there adventuring."
I go ahead and
Wow. You're welcome, at least.
tell him.
He goes, "No, thank
can
you."
I get a short bow and then as many daggers and arrows as I can have?
He goes, "Easily enough," and he gives you a short bow. He gives you 2 bundles of 30 arrows, and he gives you 6 daggers. And he goes, "That's..."
Yeah, bolts, actually.
You want bolts?
Yes.
He gives you some bolts. He gives you 2 packs of 20.
Okay.
So, Miney, you get 6 daggers, a short bow, and 2 bundles of 30 arrows. Azrael, you get just a total of 40 crossbow bolts.
Alright, so I have now 60. That's all I need to know.
And I think that
Perfect.
covers it for me. I think I'm good.
Well, that's good.
Oh, potions. Do they have potions?
Oh, thank you for reminding me.
Killing potions.
Now I need to
Whatever.
add this. I need to add it to my list.
He goes. The elf kind of goes, "We have an apothecary. We can give you some potions, not a lot, because we have to spread the number out across dozens of teams."
No problem.
Fedora.
He goes, "Just follow me," and he takes you back out into the hallway, and eventually leads you onto a door that says apothecary. And he opens it up, and inside you see
Filter by Wondrous.
you see
There we go.
what looks like an elf, but their skin is a deep orange. And you see them kind of like bent over a chemistry set, very carefully dripping drops into a beaker. And the other elf, the one who's guiding you, kind of stops and like gestures like, "Just wait a moment." And after a few seconds, the the elf with the beaker drips the last drop. You see a small little puff of smoke, and then he kind of laughs to himself, and he sees you all, and he goes, "Ah, oh, hello. I'm terribly sorry." He goes, "Are you new recruits?"
Yes, we are.
And he goes, "Excellent." And he turns and he produces a small box with what you count maybe 4 healing potions. And he goes, "How many? There's 2 of you. Excellent." And
Yes.
he gives you each 2 healing potions.
Okay.
Sweet.
The base
So
one,
they are.
the lowest one.
Which one's the lowest? Do you know?
Let me check D&D
I
Beyond.
can look. I can Google it. It's okay.
Okay.
Damn.
The,
Won't let me create.
I think
a
they're
hat.
lesser, right? Or-
they're just called healing potions. They're common. They're 2d4 plus
Okay.
2.
Alright, yeah. 2 healing.
Hey, 2 for me and 2 for him.
2 for each of you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Let me go ahead and add that too. That's...
Alright.
Potion of healing.
Alright, I think we're all geared up. I turned to the elf and that's the elf was guiding us, right?
Yeah.
The other elf. And I go, what's next? What do you want us to do? Got an
Goes-
assignment or just go out and look for the surface?
Just go out and look for the surface. Report back. You can come back. We'll give you healing potions every 10 days. So don't come back in 5 days with your supplies expended and expect handouts. We still expect you to, appropriately take care of yourselves. We can't be holding your hands.
Alright.
I use Mage Hand and have it hold his hand.
He just kind of looks at you and looks at the hand and says, "Ah, very clever." And he goes, "Now, if you are looking for leads, there is, there's a team that went missing. There is a trade route between Oxen and Fennel, one of the other neighboring cities. Apparently, along this trade route, a tunnel was discovered that some people speculate might lead to the surface. The last team we sent didn't come back. We don't know if maybe they found the surface and haven't reported back to us. Their envoy hasn't said anything. So we worry that maybe they no longer are with us."
I ask, is there a reward for recovering the lost team?
He kind of smiles and says, if you do find this lost team and report back to us, I could see fit giving you a fair trade, or not trade, a fair amount of gold."
Alright, sounds good.
All right. And he says, "Well, you're free to go. Explore the tunnels. You can take my lead if you'd like." He goes, "But remember, if you do find the surface, if things are still as bad as they were thousands of years ago, I wouldn't recommend exploring too much. But if it seems peaceful, and it doesn't seem like there's towering gods, stepping on everything, feel free to explore. The more information you give, the better."
I know, it'd be crazy if there was a bunch of female goddesses just stepping on everything with their feet.
He kind of laughs. He says, "Quite an imagination. But be careful out there. It is dangerous in the Underdark. We may have, we've settled here for thousands of years now, but it's still as dangerous as it was back then."
Understand, good sir.
So what was it heading toward? Where it was a trade route going to where?
Between Oxen and Fennel.
Okay. So do you want to head out now, or do you want to stay in the city for a little longer, Azriel?
If anything, if you want, we can. Do you feel like you're ready to go? That's a fair question.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
He kind of stops you and says, "After your display in the arena, I would be I would be inclined to tell you that maybe rest up before you leave. It is dangerous out there.
Fair enough. If you want, we can go to back to the end real quick. But first thing is first, I'm gonna start investigating, asking people about if they ever heard of a guy named Arthur that was selling a pot.
We could go back to and stake out that one place before we leave town.
True. I still want to ask somebody if they saw a guy named Arthur
Yeah,
selling
that's
pot.
fine. Selling pot.
Yes.
You might get some conflicting reports.
Let's see how conflicting it is. I'm gonna go ahead and roll for investigation. Please be a one. Please be a... And it's a natural one. Damn it.
All right. So as you both leave the guild hall, eventually you start asking people around, and they kind of like rebuff you, like, I'm not in the mood to talk. They like brush you off. Eventually, you run into this kind of shady-looking guy, and he's like, "Oh, you're looking for someone who sells pot?"
Yes. Yes, I do. Like big pot, small pots, magical pots, any kind of
He
pot.
kind of like opens up his trench coat, and you see along the sides of his trench coat there is what appear to be drugs of many illicit varieties.
Oh, that's
And
not what I was asking for, but you know what? How much are they?
He goes, "Well, this," and he holds out a bag, and it's like this almost transparent powder. He's like, "This is glaze. One
What's
huff
it
of this,
do?
and you'll be floating for hours."
How much?
10 silver.
You try a hard bargain. Deal.
All right, you hand him 10 silver, and he hands you a bag of glaze.
And that's exactly 1 gold, if I'm right.
Yeah, it's 1 gold.
All right.
And then as quickly as you met him, he disappears into the street.
All right. I take the bag of glaze and I hide it in my pocket.
Oh.
All right. I didn't find the pot I was looking for, but we have pot to the stakeout.
Alright. Did you want what time of day is it?
It's still like 11 a.m. It didn't take... Well, it's like noon. It took you a while to be standing in line. Took you a while to do the fight, to get all your gear and get introduced. And it's about noon now.
We get stake out and then...
Yeah, and don't have to stay that long, and then after that we can just rush up.
Because the
and
only
get
thing I
ready.
wasted in that fight was 1 spell slot. I got 2 more, so...
Yeah, I think I only wasted 2 spell slots, but on the plus side, I can't use my meta magic right now. I mean, on the downside.
How is that a plus?
I mean, downside.
Wow, you're really positive.
Very positive.
No, I'm missing a leg. That's an upside.
Oh no. I think I might have gotten a contact high from this. Oh no.
Alright, you don't get spell slots back on a short rest, do you?
Only if you're a warlock.
Warlock, yeah. Alright,
I wish.
we can go ahead and do that stakeout unless you need those spell slots. No.
We can do the stakeout.
Okay. We head back to that shop
To the burrows.
and stake it out.
So you get in a position around. It's not too hard. There's like an abandoned alley. Not an abandoned alley, just an alley across from the shop. And you guys get cozy behind some garbage cans.
Stealth check or no?
Yeah, both of you make stealth checks. You at disadvantage because...
I cancel out his disadvantage with my my freaking ability feature.
What is your feature?
Restore balance. I can use it twice, but I basically can change your disadvantage to a normal roll.
All right.
Okay.
And I get it's
Go ahead.
it's like luck basically. Like I can take away somebody's advantage or disadvantage, 2 per rest.
Okay.
So both of you roll just straight d20s plus your modifier.
That's pretty good.
All right, and me. Time to. Why am I wrong with this one? God damn it. Okay. Let's see what I got. That's 8 plus. Where's S? S. Why don't I roll all the way up? God damn it. Give me a sec. There we go. Oh, okay. I got 10.
10.
Yeah.
Okay, and Miney?
26.
All
Holy
right.
crap. I'm not even like trying to hide myself. I'm just like sitting
Yeah.
there.
So you guys wait about an hour, 2 hours, and then just as the third hour reaches around the clock, you see the woman, same as before, hooded this time, kind of peek from the inside of her shop, turn around, close the door, and lock it, and start hurriedly walking away from the shop.
She's leaving the shop.
Yeah, she's leaving the shop.
I
Do we want
follow
to
her.
follow her? Yeah, I think we should follow her.
All right,
I follow her.
you both start following her. We'll keep your stealth checks you had because she didn't appear to see you. As you begin following her, you do see she's paranoid. She's looking over her shoulder. She's like stopping and peeking into alleyways, making sure no one's cutting her off. But eventually, you leave the burrows and head into the stone promenade, where all the shops, the more upscale shops, not the slums, but like where the middle class is. And she begins to, hurriedly walk through the crowds. Both of you give me perception checks to see if you can keep an eye on her.
Okay.
I'm not using this dice. I got a cock dice. God damn it.
Oh, that's. I hope you get something good.
Yeah, I hope so too. Natural 20.
All right. She rolled a 3.
Thank you, God, for not fucking me.
She rolled a 3. So you both. She's not being.
I'm like,
She is not doing a good job at hiding herself. This isn't something.
I got
I'm Terminator eyeing her right now. Just my eyes go red, basically.
I got
just
a
looking
3.
at her.
Well, she rolled a 3, so you both do see her.
Okay.
But I see her. I see her like perfectly. I'm just like looking at her through the
Yeah,
crown lights.
How tall are you? How tall is your character?
5, 4, I think it was.
Okay. So
I got.
yeah,
I gotta look again.
you're not able to see her over the crowd, but you do easily enough. You eye through her through the crowd. You can see through people, past them, and you keep a good eye on her. And you just watch as she eventually stops in front of a nice 2-story home, walks up to the door, knocks on it. The door opens, and she is let in, and then it is shut behind her.
I have you now.
Wait, she goes inside a building or a
Yeah, she
house?
goes inside
Or...
a house.
A really nice house.
Alright, do we want to look around for another entrance or just go knock?
Let's go for another entrance, because if we knock, she's probably gonna go from like a back entrance. Oh, yeah, is there a back entrance?
You can
One
both
could
make-
go around back and then one could go up front.
Fair enough.
Okay, both of you. The one going in the back,
Doesn't matter.
make a perception check to see if you can find a back entrance.
Who do you want to go to the back or do you want me to?
You have super dark vision, so if it's dark, you can see perfectly well, right?
Yeah.
All right, you go in the back.
Alright, I go to the back door if there is one. Perception check. Oh, 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Logan, my under super dark vision, does it say you have advantage in
I
dark
just
or
have
not?
dark vision.
Like you can see out like up to 300 feet kind of thing.
Yeah, it's whatever
It doesn't.
distance.
Yeah, it doesn't give you advantage on perception checks. It just
Damn.
makes it takes away disadvantage.
I don't need a light source, yeah.
So
Cool.
Except for certain distances.
so you do see there is like a basement entrance, but you can easily see there is a chain and padlock on it. But other than that, there does not appear to be a back door.
Okay.
I start knocking on the front
So
door.
is the padlock on the like is the chain on the outside
Yeah, it's on the outside.
of it? Alright, so I figure that she probably like there's no other back door, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so I figure she can't come around out the back, so I go to the front.
Oh wait, so what's over at the what's at the back?
There's a basement with a lock on the outside, so I don't think she'll be able to get out to the back.
Well, just as a precaution, I go over to the back door and I start using wire and I put alarm on it.
All right, easily enough, you rig it with an alarm. So if someone
Okay.
does come through this way or tries to break through it, you will be alerted.
Okay, cool. All right, I go back up front with him and I knock.
All right. You knock on the door. A few seconds pass, and eventually the door opens, and you see this little old lady standing there, and she kind of looks up at you and says, "Can I help you?"
It's not the same lady that the
Nope.
shopkeeper.
It's an old lady. Yep, the shopkeeper
We
was a
don't
younger lady, mid-20s.
we don't know the shopkeeper's name, do you? Do we?
No, you never
Nope.
asked.
Hello, does a lady who sell antiques live here?
She kind of looks at you, adjusts her glasses, and says, "No, it's just me."
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
17 plus 1, 18.
18. All right. So she is lying. You get that pretty easily. But she also seems a bit confused and a little a little confused and a little worried. But other than that, you can't really glean much off of her.
She left her purse on the floor somewhere in the dirt as she was walking away from her stand, and I couldn't find her, but I did find this thing that said her address. So I was just kind of curious.
Make a deception check.
Oh, good. 19 plus what's deception? Plus 4, so 23.
23. So she's like, well, all right, you can come in. My granddaughter is here. She runs an antique shop, so I suppose that's who you're looking for. But just give her the purse and then leave.
Okay, cool. Where's she at?
She's in the parlor.
Okay. I look at Zod. I nod. I start walking.
Okay. You both enter, and you hear the door close behind you. And as you enter the parlor, you're both greeted with a strange sight. You see what looks like a rug on the floor, but it's wrapped around what looks like a body.
A body?
A body. It looks like a rug wrapped in a body. And then you hear the woman behind you kind of laugh.
Is it magical?
Make an Arcana check, real quick.
That is 18 plus 5, 23.
So 23. So it does appear it's got some runes on it, but it is magical. But as you hear the old woman laugh behind you, you see the rug unfurl and launch at you two. And I need you both to roll initiative.
God damn it.
I'm not surprised, right?
That's all we saw is the rug. We didn't see the girl.
You saw the rug wrapped around a body, or wrapped
That's
around an
her.
object that you assume is a body.
Oh.
Ooh, natural 20.
She's
Oh,
the
you said
kidnapper.
initiative, right?
Yeah, initiative.
Okay.
21.
So 20, 25.
Got 21 and 25.
All right. Up first is Zahn. So you watch as this rug unfurls, and it, unfurls to how big is it? Doesn't say how big it is. Oh, it's a large, so it's pretty big. It's like a floor
I bet
rug.
if we killed I bet, like, this sounds like metagame and everything, but I bet if we kill the lady, the carpet becomes ours.
Now what's coming at us is the rug or the whatever
it's
was
the
in
rug.
the rug.
You
Okay.
watch it unfurl, and you do see what looks like a lifeless body fall out and roll across the floor. But the rug.
Can I
people
tell
that-
was the body the girl?
It's yes.
We both have dark vision. We can tell that.
It's obvious
right?
it is the girl.
She.
Alright.
I look behind me. Is the old lady doing anything?
She is just standing there with her fingers pyramided up, and she's just smiling.
But she did laugh, right?
She did laugh.
Okay. And I'm assuming she's close enough for me to get advantage with pack tactics, right?
Yes.
With between
Yep.
me and okay. So I I make a turn and turn at her, and I stab at her with a rapier.
Okay, make an attack roll.
and I get advantage, and I use Divine Smite. So,
Okay.
oh, when it hits, if it does hit,
Yeah,
which it
yeah.
probably will. Let me see. I have some sort of dueling thing. Let me figure out how to look at that. Uh, features and traits. Would that be where it's at? Yeah, you adopt a fighting style. When you're wielding a melee weapon in one hand and no other weapons, you gain a +2 bonus to damage rolls with that weapon. Ooh, a damage roll bonus. Hell yeah. Alright, so I roll to hit. Ooh,
I think we found the kidnapper. No, like while you're doing this, Mike, you just hear him say, "I think we found the kidnapper." Like the most
hold on.
obvious statement.
So a 16.
16 will hit.
Alright. I think a rapier is a D8, right?
Uh,
Or I can look, hold on.
It's a D8.
Inventory.
yeah, it's a D8 plus. For you, it'd be +7.
Yeah, okay, a D8 +7, which is that
That's 11.
including? Oh, that's including my 2 damage. Okay, cool. All right,
That's a
where's
lot of
D8?
damage.
It is, and that's not
Oh,
including the divine
also,
smite. Ah, shit.
also, wait, are you a rogue also?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you were you had like a point in like rogue, you would get like sneak attack on that also.
Yeah, because of advantage. Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be probably a better class for me to play, but I'm just gonna play the
Yeah, play whatever you
paladin.
want.
Paladin's cool.
Yeah, man. Play
Play
what you
what you
want to
want.
play.
Yeah. I've made some horrible unoptimized characters before. They
Same.
still work.
All right, so oh shit, damage. Um, so let's see. 8 damage and then 5 from Divine
So
Smite.
13.
Yeah.
So you lash out with your rapier and jab her in the shoulder as you watch the divine energy once again explode off of her. She like recoils back, gripping your shoulder, and you see at this point her whole body flashes with these runes. And Azrael, you are focused on the rug. As you hear the attack behind you, you watch as the rug suddenly there's a large gash across it, and you see the runes on the rug flash.
When she's getting hit.
Yes,
Okay. Okay.
but that's the end of
All
your
right.
turn, Miney.
Yes, sir.
Azrael, you're up.
Okay. So this is gonna be fun. I go ahead, pull out the white thing in my hand, and I use Snylock's Snowball Swarm, and I use it on her. But I throw it like at least in a way where it only hits her and nobody else.
All right.
That's a Dex 14 to roll.
Total of 21.
21. All right, she'll take half damage from this. That's all right. Give me something good with these dice. Yes. Okay.
Question, with the artificial sunlight, do I get a disadvantage with that?
Uh, yeah, but this city doesn't have it, so
Okay.
but
That's what I
other
was just
Half
checking.
other cities you would be at disadvantage.
half of 16, so 8.
All
8
right.
damage. Cold damage.
You
Cold
watch as the
damage.
ice explodes behind her, and she gets peppered with shards, and she like stumbles forward. Once again, her body flashes with the runes, and behind you, you see the rug once again flash, and another large gash appear across it.
I see. So it's taking all the damage for her. I relay that straight to I relay that straight to
Is she getting injuries on her?
Yeah, she is getting injured. You
Okay.
see, like when you stabbed her, you saw blood come out, and when the ice hit her, you saw her like stagger forward. You see blood pouring from her wounds in the back.
All right. Let's see. The snowstorm, was that a action or bonus action? I'm looking right now. That is an action, so let me see if I got a bonus action I can use real quick with I can use cantrips, right, for a bonus action or not?
No, only actions.
Alright.
Wait, no. Hold on, let me check because I think
I know that
I
some people
think
have different rules for it depending.
I think they're actions. But
yeah, it's an action.
Okay. Alright. Then for a bonus action, I'd like to look at the lady and determine like what she possibly is.
Make a Arcana
Nature.
or nature. Yes.
Nature? Okay.
Yeah, nature.
That is 14 plus nature. Where you at? 17 in total.
17 tall. She appears to be human, shorter, but she doesn't really. You get the idea that she might just be some kind of magic user, not anything exotic. She's just a human, but you get the idea she might be a magic user.
Okay.
All right, that's the
All
end of
right.
your turn.
Yep.
All right, Miney, what's your eight? Well, okay, never mind. Does a 23 hit you?
yeah,
Did
I
All
think
he?
right.
so.
Was that? Did they attack at
Hold
advantage
on, let
or?
me look.
Okay, was that attack at advantage
Nope,
or
just a
something like
straight roll.
that? Okay.
Alright, how the fuck do I go back to look at my character sheet? Like that's where I'm getting confused on this app.
I don't use the app. I use the browser.
Oh,
On
my
the
AC is a 16. It hits.
All right.
And I knew it would. I was just trying to figure out what
All
it
right.
was.
So, you don't take any damage, but I need you to give me a strength saving throw.
Okay. This is just D20, right?
Yep, d20 plus your strength.
Natural one
Natural one.
plus one, I think.
Azrael, you watch as the rug lunges at Don, wraps around him tightly, and Miney, you are now considered grappled.
but he's small, right? Does he like at least seem to be like in a hole, like his face?
Nope, he is completely covered.
Oh no.
So I'm grappled.
You're grappled.
Cool. You can add that as a status or a condition on your
Yep.
character. Sweet.
That's the end of its turn. It is now the old woman's turn. Uh,
If it's like casting at advantage or anything like that,
no,
give me a heads
it was
up.
just a straight roll.
No, but I'm saying like if
Oh
there's
yeah, yeah.
anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's advantage because of your ability. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Well, hold on. Yeah, fuck it. The old woman is going to turn and throw a dagger at you, Azrael. So, what's your AC?
I think I got a 12 AC. I'm gonna
Okay.
look real quick.
Well,
Fuck.
she got a
That's
natural one.
yeah, 12. Yeah, that's awesome. Does it
Nat-
like hit the carpet instead?
So the dagger just
Sorry.
goes. Well, no, it just goes wide and vanishes into the room, and you hear her curse under her breath. Okay, Zahn,
I
you're up.
smile.
You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage as the rug tightens around you.
Okay.
Yeesh.
Hold on. What the fuck? This app, like, it's cool. This app's cool. It's just confusing to learn how to use.
Yeah, I prefer browser because
I don't know. The browser was confusing too. So
yeah, they're both confusing, but as you get used to them, it'll be a lot easier.
my thing is, I can't figure out with either one how to get back to like the character sheet part where it shows your stats and shit.
I'm not sure either. I'm on there right now, seeing if I can help.
You said 8, right?
11.
11. Okay. All right. There should be a way to do HP. But, oh, there's a hit points. Okay. Damage. How do I change it? Oh, okay. There we go.
All right. You are still being smothered, so give me a strength check to see if you can break free. It will take your action though, unless you'd like to try and cast a spell or. I don't think you can cast a spell when you're grappled. Yeah, you're restrained. You're
Does he have
restrained.
disadvantage on this?
No, he's restrained, blinded, and at risk of suffocating. But you can just all you can do with your turn is try and break free.
And I couldn't use like Hellish Rebuke.
Oh,
Do you have Hellish Rebuke?
I do.
it's a reaction
you can
too.
use. It's a reaction. You can use it.
It says one reaction which you take in response to being damaged by a creature within 60 feet that you can see.
Yeah, go ahead. You have
Well,
a
I'm
Hellish Rebuke.
blinded.
Yeah, but
Alright.
Well,
you can
you're
still
looking
see.
at the carpet.
You can still see the carpet. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Alright, that's gonna be my last spell slot, I think.
Is
But
Hellish Rebuke a
alright,
spell slot?
I'm gonna go ahead and use it. Yeah, it's a spell slot.
It's
Yeah,
not
you're
that
right.
constitutional thing. If only for tieflings.
Ah, for Tiefling, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll go ahead and cast Hellish Rebuke. It's 2d10. If I can find a d10. Okay. Where's my other d10? Ooh, no bueno. 11 damage.
Ooh. All right, you release this hellish fiery energy, and you watch as the rug. After you see the rug kind of expand and flames lick out of the holes. It's still holding on though, barely.
Damn,
But
alright.
you still have your action to try and break free of the grapple.
Alright, I go ahead and try and break free.
All right, make a strength check.
Alright, just a d20.
Just a d20 plus your strength modifier.
11.
Unfortunately, you're not strong enough to break free.
Alright, let me see. Please let me go back to. Where's my strength? Yeah. Oh, never mind. It's not even 11. It's actually a 10 because I don't have a +1
All
in
right.
strength.
So you're still considered grappled.
Yep.
That's the end of your turn. Azrael, you're up.
All right. So first, I'd like to use my bonus action to help him get out of the carpet.
You're going to assist him?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it off of him. I'm gonna try to pull it off of my strength.
All right. Jean, roll with advantage. Well, no. First off, Azrael, roll a strength check to see if he gets advantage.
Okay. Let's see. That's a okay. You said like a strength.
A
Just
strength
a regular
check.
straight up strength. Just straight strength, right?
Yeah.
All right. Fuck. Where's my Is it here? Nope. Where is it? Gotta be right here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So that's +3. So 16.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Zahn, you have advantage, so go ahead and try and break free. Roll with advantage.
Okay. Um. 18.
18. So with the help of Azrael, he rips the rug off, and you come tumbling out as the rug unfurls again in position, ready to attack. But that will be a bonus action from you, Azrael. You still have your action.
Okay. For my action, let's see. I stare into her soul. I look right at her. And with a flick of my finger, I magic missile her.
All right.
4d4s. 3, 1, 2. So that's 6 plus 3. That's 9 hits. 9 points of damage.
9 damage. So you just point your finger at her, fire it like a gun as these. How many missiles did you fire?
3, and I'm shooting them all at her head.
They all fly towards her head. The kill's yours. How do you want to do this?
I'm not killing her. I'm not. Wait. Actually, killing her. Does killing her actually destroy the carpet entirely?
You don't know.
Oh yeah. Okay. I go ahead and hold my finger up like gangster style, and go bang bang bang, like saying it out loud.
All right. The missiles.
And you see it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You see them all fly straight at her face, like as if I was shooting her in the head. I was shooting her in the head with an actual gun.
All right. They just boom boom boom, and she like stumbles back for a second. Her face is like all charred and beaten in. Her nose is broken. There's blood coming out of her mouth as she just falls to her knees and falls forward unconscious.
All right. Does the carpet go unconscious?
Yes. You watch as three large holes just appear in like little explosions on the carpet. It like wiggles and then just collapses into a heap on the ground.
All right.
I go over
Does,
to the I forgot what the other girl was. The shopkeep and just see if she's alive.
Make a medicine check.
Okay.
I take the carpet. Oh wait, does it feel like it's still magical or not?
It feels like the magic has left it.
All right, I use the carpet and I tie the lady around. I use it at wrap her around it, like as if she's not suffocating,
Is
but
she
you know,
alive too? Like, did you
yeah,
check to
she's
see if the old lady's alive or dead?
If you wanted to do non-lethal damage, it's easily
yeah,
enough. You just have to call out. So she's
yeah.
Whatever you
unconscious.
wanted to do.
It's a it's force damage, so it's not like I'm trying to set her on fire or anything.
All
Okay,
right.
so
So
my medicine check was a
yes,
17.
17. She appears to be clinging to life, just barely alive. If you hadn't gotten there, she would have suffocated in a matter of seconds.
Um, would I use the stabilizer or like a healing potion or like something
um,
else?
I
Well,
look,
what
I
was your
look,
medicine check
I
total?
oh wait, I don't even
A
have enough for that.
17.
17. Easily enough, with a medicine check that high, you stabilize her. So she's still unconscious, but she's no longer dying.
All right,
What kind of
uh,
race was she?
If I recall, she's human.
human, the coward race,
How tall is your character, Manny?
5'4".
Could you carry her to her bed? Because my character's too small.
Yes, I got it.
All right,
I
you carry.
carry her to I carry her to the bed. I hold the other lady in a like as if she's like a net in a sack
Okay.
wrapped around. Like she's like I have her as like a I have her tied around with a rope and the carpet and everything and make her look like a makeshift backpack. I carry her on my back like that one movie I think it was. Anyways, I carry the other chick to her
So
bed.
he's just got her wrapped up in the rug, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I make sure she can still breathe, like I have her head sticking out the top, and we wrap a tie a rope around her and
yeah,
tie it up
but
good.
I'm holding her upside down like she's being carried upside down.
Yeah. I'm just making sure she can breathe and she's
Yeah,
where she can't move with the rope and the
yeah,
rug.
yeah, 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 yeah. But this way, you know, if she's trying to do anything slick, she's gonna have too much blood to the brain that she can't really focus hard.
Is there anything like duct tape in this world?
Duct tape.
There is nothing similar to duct tape, unfortunately.
God damn it. Um,
There
what
is
would be the
that
best way to muzzle her? Just put something in her mouth? Well, she could just spit it out.
solvent glue.
Um,
God, get that super sticky glue into your mouth, and you'll never be able to speak again. Crazy world. Um, you can, if you think about it, you can probably nicely like wrap around the rope so it like holds her mouth in place too.
nah, we'll just leave her as is.
Okay.
All
And
right.
we just chill until the one human chick wakes up, I guess.
All
Um,
right.
I take the lady that I have upside down off my back, and I have her, and I try to makeshift, have it set up so she's hanging upside down, like up from the ceiling, like
Oh,
with the rope,
all right.
like a punching bag.
All right. So, after maybe 5 minutes of waiting, the shopkeep woman wakes up and she like immediately sits up. She's like frantically looking around. She sees you two, and you see the look of fear kind of like melt away to like one of confusion. And she's like, What are you doing here?"
What are
Who's the
you
old
doing
lady?
here?
The old broad.
She's Arthur's maid.
Oh.
A maid?
The maid, yes.
Just do dirty work, like try to kill people?
I don't know. I came to inquire about the pot after you two had made such a big stink about it. She let me in, and the next thing I know, I was in the middle of the dark and I couldn't breathe.
Oh, this was her house? Shit.
Uh,
Um,
hey,
Well, it's Arthur's house. I just was greeted by the maid. Arthur's apparently out of town.
huh, okay. Um, so we pretty much almost killed her. She's kind of unconscious right now, I
Yeah,
think.
she looks over your
Tied up in a
shoulder and
rug.
yeah, she looks over your shoulder and sees her hanging from the ceiling, and you see the
oh wait, a lady was using animate object. It makes more sense.
you see her kind of like face go pale, and she's like, I need to get out of here. I don't need to be part of this.
Ha 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 ha!
We
No,
just saved you from her, so we want to help, or we want to know what's going on, and
I
maybe.
I closed the door.
The
You
door
have
was
to check.
closed.
I close it still.
All right. She's
I
like,
open it, I close it,
she's like,
and then
listen,
lock it.
Arthur is a very powerful spellcaster. He's on the council. He's a dangerous man. You saw his maid and what she's capable of. Just imagine what he's capable of.
He seems very incapable.
Um,
If that makes sense.
so he's a powerful person in the city.
She goes, yes.
Is this his
What do you
house?
what do you recommend we do then? Are you leaving town? Skipping town, or?
She goes, that was the plan. I only came here to get the rest of the payment they owed me, and they decided, or at least the maid decided, I was no longer useful.
Oh wait, this is his house, right?
It's Arthur's house, yes. It's probably full of
All
traps,
right.
monsters. I don't even know. I just know that I need to get out of here.
Oh yeah, there's a basement in the back that's locked up.
Who would be powerful enough to put him in prison?
I don't know. I don't know if anybody is. Members of the council are almost impervious to their comeuppance.
Do you think the other members of the council are corrupt?
She kind of looks at you. Make a persuasion check.
I stand there helping him.
Give him advantage.
Yes.
All right, you have advantage, Miney.
How I help? I
Um,
go. I look like I'm begging.
A natural 20.
She
Ooh.
goes, listen, I run a small shop in the slums. I don't know much. I do know that the council, they're not nice people. The king, great person. But the council, they're just, from what I've heard, they experiment on people. They imprison people if they go against them. The only reason they don't go after the king is because he himself is very powerful, and he surrounds himself with appropriately powerful allies. So they're at a stalemate. One can't get rid of the other.
Does the king, is he fond of the council?
No. From what I understand, he pretends to be, but most people know that they butt heads more often than not.
Would the
Alright.
king care, uh, would the king care about an attempted murder on some shopkeeper from the slums?
She shakes her head and says, if I had died, someone else would have moved into my shop within an hour.
Siri, fucking stop. I'm gonna beat your ass, cat. Sorry. Um, hmm. I mean, we could
Oh,
go to the king, but I don't know what we
let's
could
just
do.
let's leave that for another day because I'm pretty sure it's not gonna get done overnight. And even if we
Yeah.
did inform the king, I'm pretty sure someone will try to assassinate him.
Because, yes, listen.
Well,
If
as far as I
you
see it.
tried to oust Arthur Sin, not Arthur Sin, I'm sorry, just Arthur, not Arthur Sin. That's a different character. That's something else. Ignore that.
Okay.
If you tried to oust Arthur, if you tried
Take a
to,
note
to
right now.
report for this, he would probably come after you, and I would assume you would not survive. Because you look capable, but your best bet is to get out of town as quickly as possible. Or kill his maid and hope he never finds out about you.
So you recommend killing the maid?
Because she tried to kill me. For all I care, you could throw her down a volcano.
Um,
Silly you. Freaking volcanoes don't exist underground. I've only seen them in books.
well, I go ahead and I'm good with killing this maid. Are you good with it? Asriel.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We can do that.
I just walk over and slit her throat.
As you turn around, you do see she's awake and her eyes are wide, and she's like frantically looking around, trying to figure out how
Good
to get out of
morning!
this. You slit her throat
Yep.
easily enough. Just drag your dagger across her neck. She like shudders for a moment before just going limp as a pool begins to emerge on the floor.
I think it's a good idea to have all this blood on his floor, but hey, it'll work
That's
out
fine.
eventually.
It's okay.
Oh,
So, how is the shop keeping funds to
You're
get
asking-
to? Yeah, I'm asking her. How are you on funds? Do you have a means of this getting out of the city?
She goes, I have 50 gold to my name from the purchase that Arthur, from me, selling the pot to the circus.
oh, you mean the $200?
It's 200, yes. She goes, I have 200 total. I had came to Arthur. Well, I came to his house in hoping of selling him this, and she produces a small little box, and inside is a necklace.
All
Is
right,
it
well,
magical?
I say to her, we're gonna look
I'm gonna
around his
confiscate
place
that for
and
evidence.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
I let her know.
Persuasion
I'm like,
check? That was cocked.
we're gonna
Ooh.
look around here and I'm gonna try and find some shit to steal, and then we're gonna leave. I'd suggest you just go ahead and skip town, and we're gonna deal with the
25.
council sometime in the future. But
You hear
we'll
her
be
let out
leaving
this.
town too.
Yeah, she lets out this long sign. She goes, "Fine, take the damn necklace," and she hands it to you.
Dirty 25. Hell
And
yeah.
she looks at you, at Zahn, and she goes, "Listen, his house is probably laden with traps.
That's fine.
Okay." And she throws her hands up and says, "I'm leaving. I'm taking the first caravan out of here and making my way as far
Oh,
away from this place as possible."
Before you go and everything, I go ahead and use mending on her so her clothes look nice, and then I go ahead and out of my disguise kit, I go ahead and put a little mustache on her face. This should help you.
She like touches it and says, "Whatever," and she gets up and leaves.
It's not every day you see a bearded woman. I don't know why she was mad.
So I want to spend some time. Like she said that he was out of town for a week, right, or some shit, or.
Yeah.
I'd like to
So
spend some time doing this too.
I'm gonna
Looking
spend some
around.
time looking for traps, and then once I feel that I've disarmed most of the traps, I'm gonna try and look for some items.
I'll help you by using her body as a shield. Like we just throw her body into the traps or something like that, if we need
Who
to.
the maid?
Yeah, the dead maid's body.
What are you doing with it?
Using it as a test dummy for traps.
Okay. So right now you're in the parlor on the first floor. You see a door ahead of you leading to a kitchen, and then the doorway back leading to the stairs and a hallway leading further in the house. Where would you like to go?
Is this a pretty big house, by the way?
It's a small 2-story house.
Okay.
Good
You do
question
get the
though.
feeling- You get the
Do I
feeling.
hear anything?
No, say again.
Do I hear any noises like monsters screaming or
Make
something
a
like that?
perception check.
Eesh. 5.
5. It's other than the mild crowd noise you hear from outside, it's pretty quiet.
I think my adrenaline's kicking up. Because I hear my heartbeat too.
But knowing what she said about Arthur, you get the feeling that this may not be his main house. It might be just a house. You know, he owns multiple properties, so this isn't where he spends most of his time, but it's still a place he owns, so it might have information.
I'm pretty much looking for, I guess, information or loot.
All right. Which room would you like to go to first? There's the kitchen, and then there's the pathway up the stairs and the hallway leading into a deeper into the building.
I
I'll go
assist them
upstairs.
I assist them by using the ragdoll.
All right. You both ascend the stairs with the ragdoll in front, just bouncing along as you kick it and toss it. As you get to the top of the stairs, you watch as the old woman's body hits the top of the stairs. You see this faint flash of light, and then ice-like spikes jut out from the ground and pierce her body.
Oh god.
Jeez.
And of course, she's already dead. But you watch as the spikes kind of sit there for a moment before they just melt back into the ground, and the body kind of rolls back to you.
We roll it back and see if it activates again.
It does not.
Okay.
God damn it. God, that's cynical. God damn it.
I go upstairs.
All right. So, you reach the upstairs landing. There is a hallway leading to the right and the left, and there's a large double door in front of you.
I checked the large double door.
It is locked.
I put her eye to the hole and see what happens.
You put her eye to the hole, and you watch as a thin metal spike juts out and then pulls back in.
This is terrible. Oh my god.
It
This is
is.
fucking terrible.
I'm gonna just try and kick the doors open, I guess.
Make a strength check.
Oh, god damn it, I hate strength.
I assist.
2.
A 2. All right. So you, with all your
I'm
might,
helping.
hit the door, and it doesn't budge.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm like, okay, so this is if we're trying to get in. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use the lady's body as like a melee weapon and god damn it, smack the door open real hard with with all my strength. This is terrible. Logan,
Yes.
I'm gonna try breaking the door down with
Make a strength
her
check.
body, like a charging battering ram.
Make a strength check.
17 plus. Where is it? Okay, 17 plus 3, dirty
So
20.
dirty 20. So, Zahn, you kick the door, it doesn't budge. And you like, kind of like, cross your arms, and then Azrael just gives it full force, wham, right in the door, flies open. And you watch as this tiny little device that had been on the keyhole comes tumbling down.
Yeesh.
And you see
This
before
is-
you what looks like an office. There's a desk in the center of the room, a bookshelf on either side of it, and a large window overlooking the back of the house.
So this looks like his room, right?
It looks like his
Probably.
office.
Okay.
I throw the lady's body
All
to
right.
see what happens.
Hits the ground and rolls, leaving a small blood smear, and nothing happens.
Okay.
I start
I think-
investigating the room, looking for paperwork and also magical items or gold or anything like that.
Make an investigation check.
I assist him.
Both of you make.
Does that
or-
give me
It
advantage?
gives you advantage.
Or do
unless, yeah, it gives you
separate
advantage
rolls?
unless Azrael wants to look himself.
What's
I'm
your
helping him
wisdom?
with
Okay, it's just
my
advantage.
wisdom.
Yeah, whoever has the highest wisdom should roll.
I got a plus.
What's your-
I got a plus 1.
Oh, so do I. Okay. So I'll just roll advantage, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, my first one was a 1. That was shit. God damn it, dude. 4.
4. You spend maybe 10 minutes rummaging through the desk, tossing the bookshelves. You don't really find anything.
I'm
Um,
gonna try looking.
Can I do that
try
take
again?
20 shit that Manny was talking about?
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
whatever?
So
Let's say
basically,
20.
yeah, with that, you just you take as much time as you want to survey a room or something that doesn't require, a natural 20. So you spend maybe an hour going over the room. Eventually, you find out one of the desk drawers is locked, and as you try your might, it won't budge.
It's locked.
Yes.
Is it like a can I Arcana check? It's not a magical lock
Make an
or some
Arcana
shit
check.
like that. Is it? Okay. God, dude, what is? I need to stop using this dice.
That's why I swapped my dice.
Um, a 4.
A 4. It looks like a normal lock.
I'm gonna go ahead and try. Can I even lockpick it?
Are
Hold
you
on.
proficient in
Let me
thieves' tools? Do you even have them?
Yes, I am
Before before he
proficient
does
in
that,
thieves'
I'm gonna
tools.
put her head up one more time right next to where the lock hole of that is and see what happens.
Nothing happens.
Thank God.
I'm
This lady,
proficient in them. I don't know if I have any.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
this
I
lady's
don't
body
know.
has gone through too much pain already.
Is there anything I can grab to use as makeshift thieves' tools?
Uh, since you're taking the 20
Mm,
roll, um, you do find in the
mm.
another desk drawer what looks like a thin letter opener that you could probably use,
You want
but
me to
it.
roll it as like a disadvantage,
Yeah, I was
maybe?
gonna say you'd roll it with disadvantage.
I activate
Okay,
my reaction.
I'll try
Is that
that.
All right, yes.
you can roll?
So now it's a straight roll because of Manny's ability.
Okay.
Yep. Now I gotta take a long rest before I can use it again.
Let me see what my. So with these tools, it's just a. There's no proficiency bonus, or no, there would be a proficiency, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So it'd be a +7. Okay. 17.
17. So knowing how to use thieves' tools makes this a lot easier. You take the thin little like letter opener, carefully place it in the lock, twist it around for maybe a couple minutes before finally tink it pops open and the drawer slides open a little.
What's in the drawer?
You find a bag of gold, roughly 200
Ooh.
Oof.
So the money that was owed to her, probably.
as far as you know. And then
Okay.
you also see what looks like a journal.
Ooh.
A
I love
journal.
A
journals.
journal, yes.
All right. I take the journal. What should I write for it?
Write Arthur's journal.
And I say, we can read this somewhere else, not in a crime space. Um, do you want a split of this gold?
Yes. I can. If you want, you can give me 50. You can take the 150.
How the fuck do you spell Arthur?
Arthur.
You are. Okay, that's what I had the first time. All right, what, Manny?
I'll take 50. You can take the 150.
Okay. Let me erase what I think.
There we go.
Do you look through the journal now or do you wait?
No, I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume since this is like secondary residence, he probably doesn't have anything anywhere else in this place. I'm good to go. Are you, Azrael?
Um. Yeah, I'm good right now, Zon.
I
Wait.
checked
We're
the
only
basement actually before we go.
All right. You check
on
the
the one that
basement.
was. Wait, do we have a
Yeah.
key for that?
Well, no. You can enter it from inside the residence.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I'll say using the body that you have, carefully detecting any traps. Eventually, you reach the door to the basement, which is open, and you look down and it is pitch black.
Oh, we can see the
Yeah.
dark.
You both have dark vision.
Yep.
Yeah,
All
or
right.
I do.
Yeah. Easily enough.
I'm a dragonborn. I
That's
got
right.
dark
Dragon
vision.
Lords have them. Easily enough, you see the stairs descend, and you just see this stone room. You'd have to go farther down to see the rest of the room, but from your vantage point at the top of the stairs, it looks like a stone basement.
I go down farther.
All right.
I follow suit.
As you descend, you do see as the room opens up before you, you see on either side two bodies, one on one side, one on the other, chained to the wall.
Oh, it's the
Are
little kids,
they
isn't it?
dead or alive? Can I tell?
They appear to be. Make a medicine check.
Okay. I check them both. Do you want me to roll
I'm gonna
twice?
check
Or
too. You check one, I check one. Actually, wait.
okay.
I want to survey the area before I do it. I go ahead and check on them real quick. I don't trust shit. 13.
13.
Or perception.
All right. You perceive the room, and it looks safe, and the bodies look motionless. They're slightly decayed, and they are both currently chained up.
Um, I rolled a 15 for medicine check. I don't know if
Um,
you want me to do it on one or both.
I'll say for both. Easily enough, you see that they are, especially with the decay, they are long dead.
Okay.
You
Are
can't
they the little
gauge.
kids that were on the paper?
They
Can
both
I
appear to be
even tell
adults.
features? Like, are they what race or?
One is a tiefling, and one is a half orc.
Okay.
Are they children?
No, they are both adults.
Damn.
Is there anything else down here? I just look around, I guess.
Make a investigation check.
I
Uh,
rolled the
15.
15. It looks pretty barren. You see that there is some
I
barrels containing food stuff, but that's about it. And what'd you say, Manning?
I throw the dead body down there and see what happens.
It rolls across the floor and eventually stops in the center.
No, I like literally hold it by like as if I was holding a like a suitcase or something like that, and I fling it.
Okay. You just toss it into the room. It hits the ground, leaving more blood. Nothing seems to happen.
All right, all right. All right. Do you want to check out the food barrels by chance?
Nah. So here's my plan. I'm thinking we leave her body down here wrapped in the rug, and then we leave, but we find a way to alert the guards to check out the house, maybe. I don't know how you want to do that, but I was thinking just to maybe start some, I mean, he's got two people chained down here, that are
Dead
dead,
bodies.
so.
Hmm. Yeah, that would be a good idea. I think the best thing we can do is discreetly go to like we were in the reclaimers. Wait, which one? Which place was actually where you can actually like put up bounties and everything?
That was in the tavern.
Is there other place other than that?
You hadn't been to any place like that, like any guild hall or anything like that. It was you've been to the tavern, which had bounties. The reclaimers didn't have any bounties per se, and you don't know if there's like a standard box, a box standard
Oh,
adventurers guild.
oh, wait, that's right. I go ahead and pull out the little envoy on my side.
Okay,
I I pat him on the head. And I say, "Wakey, wakey!
it is already awake and it's like looking around the room, just surveying its surroundings.
Look at this. This is really terrible. This is in a guy named Arthur's basement.
It kind of like looks around. It's like you want me to report this?
Yeah, discreetly though. We don't want our asses getting killed somehow.
As much
But
as a little stone idol can shrug, it shrugs and says it'll be done. And then
Just kind of just go to it. Maybe alert the reclaimers and let the guards know that Arthur's house needs to be investigated.
he goes, "Will
Or
do."
like,
Or, I don't know his fucking last name. Fuck.
You never asked.
we
I check in the journal. Is there a last name in the journal?
What languages do you speak?
Common and Draconic. I think that's it.
same,
You do not recognize the language.
Fuck.
It's tough to be a dragon, doesn't it?
Yeah. Shit. Um. Yeah.
Um,
Just say Arthur. I guess. I don't know.
I go ahead and look
Do
at
I?
the
Is there
envoy.
like addresses? Like, would I know what the address was when before we came inside?
You could go outside and look at it if you'd like.
Quickly at the journal, I go ahead and grab it really quickly out of Zan's hand. Can you read this?
You're asking the envoy.
Yes.
It looks at it and says, "No."
I wish you could read.
He goes, "So do I."
Alright, so I say, give us a second and we'll get you an address to the envoy.
All right. It like goes back to an inactive state.
All right, so I go out front, open the door. No one's looking at me, right, or anything like
Make a
that.
perception check.
Shit.
I pull out another. I pull out a couple of mustaches. I put one on Zon's face and I put one on my face.
Uh, 12, I think.
12.
Yeah, 12.
You do see that there's maybe one or two people kind of like walking by the house, just like looking up at it. They don't seem to notice you, however. They just are looking at the house.
Okay. All right, I step out and look at the address.
Okay. It's 157 Flail Street.
Flail.
Flail, like medieval flail.
Yeah.
So
Or Magikarp
157
flail.
All right, so I go back inside, and I go back downstairs to the basement. I go, envoy thing. Let them know it's 157 Flail Street, Arthur's home.
It like nods and says, "Will do."
So it'll send that whole message, right?
Yeah, it basically, it's not like a sending stone where you can communicate back and forth. It's more like you tell it and then it relays information.
And then I say, let's get out of here pretty quickly.
Quickly enough, I say, Envoy,
Yes.
I would like you to know that I am going to call you from now on Carl.
Fine.
Your name is Carl now.
Name me whatever you want. Just don't let me die.
All right, I call you Carl. Zon can call you whatever he wants.
I go, you can die.
If I get shattered,
Oh, okay. If
I
you get
thought that-
shattered, would mending work on you?
don't know. Never tried it before.
All
I've
right.
only been awakened. I've only been awakened
that's-
for a couple days.
I'm like,
That'll be
let's
our
try it
go-to
out.
if you get shattered. No. All right, we go ahead and leave and go back to the bar, I guess.
All right, and that's where we'll end it for tonight.
All right.
With our good pal Carl.